So we have started this journey of Python. Until now I have told you what are the basic functionalities of Python, right? We have discussed about features, and on our previous video we have discussed about some of the most basic keywords of the Python, or some of the most basic terminologies of Python. That was Python tokens. In today's video we are going to discuss about all of these tokens in a detailed manner with a practical implementation. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hello everyone, I am Rajat Valecha. You are watching Computorial In, and this is Python Reloaded Part 4. We are going to discuss about all the tokens of Python in a detailed manner. Now let's talk about the first token that we have. It is keywords. So if you remember, in the last time I have told you that these keywords are some of the most commonly used words of Python. Well, in Python programming language, there are n number of words which are already available inside the language libraries. And all these words which are already available inside the library of the language are called as the keywords. Now let's explore how many keywords we do have in Python. So for this, let's quickly jump to our IDLE window, and there we will see how many keywords we do have. Well, the easy option is we can go to the help option, and the help option will show you all the commands that we can use. Okay, now help option we have to type it like this because help is a function in Python. And right now we are inside the help, and you can see that it is clearly saying to get a list of keywords you simply have to type keywords, and it will show you a list of all the keywords which are available with the current version of Python. So as you can see, there are these many keywords which are available with the current version of Python. So if you will just simply count, so there are a total of 35 keywords in this version, right? And if you want to explore about any of these keywords, you can simply type that keyword and Python will show you a detailed description of that keyword. Let me show you how it will work. For example, if I type keyword and if I simply type not, so you can see it will give you an explanation about this keyword not, like what is not and how it generally works in Python. Similarly, for whatever keyword you want to fetch the information, for example, let's see what is this if keyword. So what we can do is, in the help section you simply have to type if, you have to press the enter, and then you can see you have got a complete discussion about the if keyword, like what is the if statement, how it is used, and all the other related informations about the if statement. Okay, so this is how in Python you can see about any of these keywords. Not only keywords, also all the things which are built in the Python's library. For example, all the modules, all the symbols, all the topics. Now let me show you the symbols that are available there. So if I simply type symbols over here in the help section, so you can see these are the symbols which are actually available in the Python. Now let's explore the meaning of these symbols. For example, if you are able to see this caret symbol, so if I do type it in, you can see it is giving you an explanation of 114 lines about this caret symbol. And if I click on this, you can see it will give you that explanation over here. So this is the use of the caret symbol. So if you want to read it, you can pause the video once and then you can read it, or else you can also search for the same thing on the python.org website, and it will give you a detailed description of this keyword as well. So this is how you can search about any of these keywords or any of the symbols which are available in the Python programming language. Okay, so this is keyword. Okay, from the definition if you read, you can see that it is saying that here's a list of Python keywords. Now these keywords are those words which are already known to your programming language, and Python knows what it has to do whenever it will find any of these keywords. Okay, so it means these are those words which are already available inside the Python's libraries. Now anything that you are not able to find over here, it means that thing is not a keyword. For example, if we talk about some data types, let's say int, float, you can see that these terms int and float are not here. Now a question arises, if the int and float is not here, then what is int and float in Python? We will talk about this later on, that what is int actually. So if we type int, you can see it is giving you like description of 100 and like 256 lines. So int is not any keyword, it is a class in Python. Okay, this is the most important thing about Python. Python is an object oriented programming language, and in the core libraries of Python there are many classes that are carrying objects. Okay, so in Python you can also create classes as well. We will talk about this later on, how we can create classes in Python. So this was like you can say short description about the keywords. Now let's talk about the other things that we have in Python. Next thing that we have is identifier. Okay, now for learning these identifiers, let's write a very short code first, and then let's talk about these identifiers in detail. Let's assume you have a scenario. You have to write a program. Let's talk about a problem first of all. Let's assume you have to write a program that is to add two numbers. Okay, let's assume you have a program to note down that is to add two numbers. Now the question is, when you will make this program, you will obviously take some numbers from the user. Okay, and those numbers, when you will take from the user, those two numbers will be added, and once you will add the numbers, the result that you will get, it is for sure that you need to store that result somewhere in the computer's memory, right? Now for storing that result in the memory, you will use a variable for sure, right? Now let's see how we can make a program in Python like this. Now let's quickly jump to the Pythons ideally, and then we will open a window in the Python where we will type in a code, and let's see how we will work with the Python ideally now. So this is the Python's shell window, and if you remember last time I've told you that for bigger programs this window is not the suitable one. Now what we can do is we can click on file and new file option. Now over here in this new file window we will type in our basic program code. So let's quickly start working the code. Now for writing our numbers, what we can do, we can assume two variables. I'm assuming a and b, where a is 10 and b is, let's say, 5, and then I'm assuming a third variable, let's say c, and I've written c equals to a plus b, and then in the next line I'm writing print in bracket, in double quotes I'm writing sum. So this is the code that we have written. It is a equals to 10, b equals to 5, c equals to a plus b, and print sum is c. Let's save this question. Now a very important thing in Python is whenever you will make any program, it is compulsory for us to store or save all the programs in our memory first, and then only we can execute the questions. So I'm naming this file as program1, so it is saved now. And once you have saved the program, you have to press F5 shortcut key to run your program in the script window. So you can see we have got the program running just now. So we have both the windows side by side now. Now let's talk about the things that we have in this code over here. Now if you are able to see the code properly, I hope you all can see that we have written a few things in the code. Now let's quickly take this code to our OneNote and then explore more about this code, like what is written here. Over here in this code, this a equals to 10. If I talk about this a is equals to 10, this a is a variable name. Okay, this a is a variable name, and it is basically an identifier of Python that we have created just now. Now we are calling it identifier just because with the help of this value we can identify any value in the Python. With the help of this a, now we are identifying this value 10, and this value 10 that we have written, it is a normal constant number. We can also call this 10 as a numeric literal. Okay, and this equals to symbol that is visible to us over here, this is an operator in Python. This is an operator in Python. So if you see, when we have written this one single line, that is a equals to 10, it is having three tokens. These three tokens are this variable a, this operator equals to, and this number that is literal 10. Okay, similarly if we talk about this line print, okay, let's talk about this line print now in detail. If we talk about this line print in detail, in this print line, this print that we have written here, this print is basically a keyword. In the double quotes, the sum is that we have written, this sum is, it is a string, and this string is basically a constant value, so it is a string literal. This comma symbol that we are using over here, it is an punctuator as well as operator. Okay, so it is playing values of, like, it is, you can say, playing two roles over here, that is, it is a punctuator as well as an operator which is separating our values. Punctuators are basically a type of operators. Okay, and then we have the c, this c which is a variable in this case. So we can say that this variable, it can be also called as identifier. and these like two brackets that you are able to see, these brackets are also what? These are also punctuators. Okay, so these all are punctuators of this particular like you can say statement. So in this one single statement that we have written, as I have told you earlier, that tokens are the elements of a program. So in this program, all these terms that we have written, whether this word keyword, this keyword print, or this string, this like comma, this variable c, or these two like things brackets, or even these two double quotes, these all are a part of Python tokens, and whatever you will write in the program will be a part of Python tokens. Okay, so this is a very easy code that we have written just now. This is the code of executing the sum of two numbers in Python. Okay, and I hope you all must have got this program as well. So this is a basic concept that we have explored just now in this video. In the next video, we will learn about the inputs functions of the Python, like how you will take numbers from the user and then how you will work with those numbers, and what are the various important things that you have to keep in your mind whenever you are taking any input from the user. Okay, so till then, do subscribe our channel. If you have liked the video, press the like button, and if you haven't shared this video with your friends yet, what are you waiting for, guys? Go and share this video just now. Thank you so much, guys, and stay tuned with us.